We are right here on the Rich Eisen Show, back here in our Los Angeles studio. Our buddy from Good Morning Football and 10 Questions with Kyle Brandt. Fantastic podcast on The Ringer and Spotify back here on the show. How are you, Kyle?
Rich, I'm ready for the game day tweet from Rich Eisen. It's Championship Sunday, people.
It's coming.
It gets me fired up. I love it each and every week. Do you keep that in your draft folder, or do you just shoot?
No, I do it. I do it when I wake up. There's two reasons why I do that, Kyle.
Yeah, tell me.
One is it's just a fun way to start the day on football, and two, it's my way of letting the producers know I didn't sleep through my alarm. I'm serious.
It's a sign of life.
It's a
sign. Holding up today's newspaper to say that you're still alive.
It's proof of life.
It has
it's proof of life.
Gentlemen, start your engines feel to it. So I always look forward to it each and every week. But this is the best one of the year, I think.
I'm usually sending it at like 4 a.m, and I just want to. It's a way to let the producers know. Don't worry, I'm awake. It really.
I like it.
You know, it's multiple purpose. I can't wait for it because, and I've talked about it with Wilbon, earlier on the show, and I want to hit it with you here. That this is, for either victor in the NFC Championship game, a capstone. It's a capstone. I know that there's another game to come, but just to make it to the Super Bowl, Rodgers, who you were one of the first to interview after Jordan Love got drafted. I believe he was was he your inaugural guest on your podcast for
episode 1?
Okay, episode 1. He's sitting there with his Hale-Bopp Comet background and sipping on a drink like he was probably on draft night when Jordan Love got drafted. That his response to all this is all good. RELAX. I take my own advice. I made the Super Bowl, and I'm the MVP of the league. I win this. I'm going to play in the Super Bowl, and the night before I'm going to win the MVP. And then there's Brady saying, "Okay, well, how am I going to do in a new spot without Bill and the Patriots? Well, I'm making the Super Bowl in my own building. First quarterback to ever do that. The stakes for this game are huge, tremendous. I can't wait.
It's incredible. Yeah, and the fact that Tom Brady is one game away from saying, for the rest of his life, "Hi, my name is Tom Brady. I've been to 10 Super Bowls. 10. The next closest quarterback was John Elway with 5, and I'm now doubling up John Elway, a living legend, because I've been to 10 of them. And make no mistake, the 10th one was real, real sweet, because it is a solo project from which I broke away from the empire that I did the first 9, and they got another one. It's a crazy. I mean, I know the guy has a lot of things to brag about and be happy about. 10 Super Bowls is a joke, whether he wins or not. And sometimes, Rich, it's not even just about how many you win, of course, but history will be what is said about Brady. It's like Coach K. I think he's got somewhere, 12 Final Fours or something. They don't say how many championships. They say 12 Final Fours. Meryl Streep has 19 Oscar nominations. She doesn't win them all. She doesn't win most of them. She got 19 nominations. Tom Brady will go to 10 Super Bowls. And how the Exhibit A for how hard it is to get to a Super Bowl, even 2, is that Rodgers hasn't been to 2. Rodgers has won as many Super Bowls as Brad Johnson. He's been to as many as Rex Grossman, and he's the best guy to ever throw a pass in history, I think. It is wild to think that he can't get to 2 and Brady's about to get to 10. And to bring it full circle with what you mentioned, this is the season that Aaron Rodgers started, and I did sit down and talk to him, and he sat down with what appeared to be a bucket of scotch on a Saturday night and straight up said, "Yeah, I don't think I'm finishing my career with the Packers. I'll move on. They made their bed. They're going to move on to this kid at one point, and I'm going to be gone." I don't even know if that's true anymore. How could you win MVP and get to a Super Bowl and then get rid of the guy? He might have changed the whole world. It's crazy.
It is. And Brady, even if he doesn't win this, last week against Breeze was his 32nd career playoff win. We want to talk about doubling people up. That's double the number 2 on that list, and that's his childhood hero, Joe Montana. He's doubled up Joe Montana and career postseason victories, 32. He's 32 for 43 in the playoffs. Yeah. That's his average, 32 for 43 in terms of winning in the playoffs.
Against the best teams in the league and the best defenses. We could go back and forth, Rich. I know you're a tennis man. I'll go right to the net, right back at you with another Brady nugget that I found.
Okay.
Tom Brady, if you remember week 1, his debut with the Buccaneers was at the Superdome, and they played against the Saints. It did not go well. He threw a pick 6 in that game to Janoris Jenkins. Mm-hmm. That interception is the last one he has thrown on the road this season. Currently, Tom Brady is riding the longest streak in NFL history without a road interception. That many pass attempts without an interception on the road. It's a crazy streak. No one's ever done it. And so all this attention, Rodgers is playing incredible, Rodgers never played better. It's all true. Brady is playing phenomenal as well. I wasn't aware of that. No one in history since 1948, since they were tracking it, has gone longer on the road without throwing an interception than Tom Brady current to date.
So what do you think, all said and done, which 12 makes it, Kyle?
It's tough to pick against the one in green. We were talking about the typical, the cold and the weather and Lambeau, and I said on the air, I said, Rodgers has played in it for years, but if I'm Brady, I'm borrowing the phrase, from Bane in The Dark Knight Rises, where if I'm Brady, I'm saying, you merely adopted the cold. I was born in it. And Tom Brady was winning championship games in the cold when Aaron Rodgers was at Butte Community College. I mean, he's been doing it a long time. I said this on the air. Later that day, I got a text from a member of the Green Bay Packers on the defensive side who chose to remain anonymous, who said, you got that wrong. It's totally different. I don't care if Brady was there for years. Living in these conditions is different from that moment when you get off the plane and hit the tarmac and say, holy crap, it's freezing. How are we going to win this game? The weather will be a factor, and the Packers will be dealing with it better. I really think that. And I'm not picking against the 12 in green. I'm going to go with the Packers. I think the Packers are going to be in the Super Bowl.
Okay, so Kyle Brandt here on the Rich Eisen Show. Let's flip the script here.
Let's do it.
Our Mandalorian quarterback and Josh Allen with his baby Yodas bringing Beasley, and he's bringing Diggs with him, and he's going to Kansas City, where I'm going to have to assume it'll be Mahomes. So let's just say it's Mahomes, but coming off of the week and the injuries and the concussion and also the tight games that they've been playing, how do you suss the AFC championship game here?
It's wild to me that the Bills could be in the Super Bowl again.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a funny hypothetical, Rich, or a quandary, rather. I have a Bills friend who I hang out with sometimes, and I posed this question to him. I said, as a Bills fan who's been through it all since the 80s, would you rather lose this title game, play real tough, you lose on a field goal to the Chiefs and Mahomes, okay, that's tough, great season, or you get to the Super Bowl and you lose again? You've lost 5 straight Super Bowls, and you lose to your nemesis of the last 2 decades, Tom Brady. Which? And his brain was in a pretzel. And he said, I can't get to the Super Bowl and lose again to Brady. Maybe it's better to lose the title game. And I said, to hell with that. Take the shot, throw the punch, get to the Super Bowl, win the game. And I have to tell you, Rich, I feel a certain kind of way about the Bills. I really do.
Is that because? Hold on. Is that the reason?
I think the Bills are going to win the game.
Is that because? Is that because they asked you to do the hype tape for them last week and you did and it worked and all that? I mean, are you drinking the Bills juice? Is that basically what I'm saying?
Drinking it by choice, not because I have to. I'm under no obligation to pick the Bills.
Correct.
Not at all. It has nothing to do with a hype speech. It has everything to do with they've lost three games all season. 2 when the game was moved and adjusted wildly because of COVID, and 1 on a Hail Mary. One of those was to the Chiefs, and there was a slew of guys on the Bills who were not out there that day. I think it's a different team. I'm riding them. I think they're great, and I think that they win almost every game by double digits, including against the Ravens, where they held to 3 points. I think it's Buffalo.
Buffalo versus Green Bay. My 9-year-old Cooper is the one who told me that in my office 2 weeks ago when I said, Coop, they're giving me one more mulligan right here to predict the Super Bowl. What do you think? And he goes, Packers over Bills, Dad. And I'm like, okay, I'm going on the air and saying it.
Awesome.
I like it. I'm with you guys, Kyle. I feel you.
You do, huh?
You do?
I feel a Bills money line, Packer money line parlay.
What is the matter with you?
That's what I feel.
You're talking to 2
Make
NFL
me feel
people.
better about the Bills. I mean, the Chiefs really don't ever lose. Mahomes almost never loses at all. Like, why? Why do you feel so good? Now, but parlays aside.
I feel when I watch them play, they just don't look right. They don't look like the juggernaut we've been used to seeing in the last couple of years. I think the toe is worse than maybe Mahomes and the Chiefs are letting on. You could kind of see it before he got knocked out on Sunday. I just don't feel it this year. And I feel like Buffalo, it's their time. It's kind of like what you did with the Browns' Herb Brooks speech. It's the Bills' time right now, and I just kind of feel it. You can feel it watching the games. Josh Allen is just playing on another level right now.
But also this, like last year, and this is something because Kelsey's going to be on game day morning on Sunday. I interviewed him right from this desk on Tuesday, and this is what I said to him. Again, I don't know what's going to make the piece or not. But here's the thing. Last year, the Chiefs were like, I don't know, because they got to come from behind every game. Mm-hmm. Now they're not winning by enough. Mm-hmm. And we're still wondering, and they won the championship. And Mahomes is Mahomes, and Kelsey's even better, and Tyreek Hill's even better. And, and then Le'Veon Bell's their running back. It's not the Williams kids, Mm-hmm. I mean, like, they're actually a better team when you look at it this year. And their coaching staff was hardly poached for a defending Super Bowl champ either. Now we're wondering where are the blowouts as opposed to, well, now you got to keep coming back. And that's will we ever be happy with the way the Chiefs win? I don't know. That's my 2 cents on that.
I think it's a good 2 cents. Rich, I have to pick your brain for something. You mentioned game day morning.
Yes, sir.
There's chatter right now that I'm going to be thrilled to be joining you this weekend.
All right.
And from what I hear,
yes,
there may be a sort of hype man competition between myself and the playmaker in which we go head-to-head. And I just wonder if you have any insight on that or even advice. I wouldn't ask you to betray Michael Irvin, but I'm trying to gear up myself.
Well, I think the only way you can take out Michael Irvin in terms of a hype man, because long before the Bills asked you to hype up the crowd or the fans or the team, Michael's been doing that literally for maybe every single year you've been on the earth. Mm-hmm. So my only suggestion for you, Kyle, would take a page from Dan Campbell's playbook and bite his kneecap off and see if he gets up. Just go all Dan Campbell on him.
That was some press conference. I'm watching this thing unfold like you are, and he's chewing ankles and eating femurs, and like it reminded me of the alleged Army Hammer attacks. I mean, what the hell was that? Oh my God!
You an Army Hammer? I'm like he's Hannibal Lecter. I mean, like the Detroit Lions. Fava Beans and a nice Chianti. I don't know why everybody's calling him the dude because he's rocked up. The dude was drinking White Russians and smoking pot and dreaming of bowling balls and stuff like that. I mean, he's not the dude. He looks like Jack Morris and he talks like Hannibal Lecter, and he's coming at you for the Detroit Lions.
All right, so you got that, and then meanwhile Saleh is holding court, and he says, "Get used to the phrase all gas, no brakes," which sounds great, but also, Rich, like that literally translates into a car accident. So I don't know.
Oh my God! And the Jets used to be owned by a gas magnate in Leon Hess, and how'd that work out? Oh man!
What a day!
What a day! I mean, were you watching that live? Were you on Good Morning Football live when Dan Campbell spoke, or that was later?
No, I wish I would have ran to my TV if I could have. I started seeing it on Twitter, and I'm saying, wait, is this really? And then when I saw the dude thing, I'm like, that has to be a Photoshop, right? No, it's real. And then I'm seeing these transcripts about him, eating kneecaps or doing whatever and I'm like, that's the real thing? I thought somebody re-edited or something. No, it's real. So it was not. I'm reacting to it now. So
here's the thing. What if you were showing it? That is real. I can't believe it. It says head coach / the dude on the wall. And, so what if you, again, I don't know how your process goes creatively with the fantastic Good Morning Football production staff. But what if you had said, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fire up the Lions. I'm going to be Hannibal Lecter, and I'm going to talk about biting kneecaps and kicking teeth in. They would have told you can't do that. You can't go on the air and say that. I mean, you can't do that. That's sadistic and it's terrible. And then the coach actually says that. So now I think that's your next year when you're firing up the Lions. Just leave out multiple Miggs. That's all I'm telling you. Just leave him out.
Yeah, Miggs takes it to another level. He kicks it up a notch, as they say. But as we know, Hannibal was heard speaking to him late last night, and then Miggs swallowed his own tongue. So maybe that's all part of the plan too. It's getting crazy in Detroit, though. I like it. At least it's different.
I know it sure is. All right, Kyle. So this gives me again my Zoom to prepare for the 6-hour game day morning that starts at 9 a.m. Eastern on Sunday. We're going to have that on Saturday. I good luck, man. You versus Mike will be fantastic. That will be
I'll leave it all on the field. I promise you, Rich.
What a great idea. Thanks for the call, Kyle. You be well.
Of course.
The one and only Kyle Brandt, everybody.
Hey,
buddy. Multiple Miggs kicked it up another notch. Yes, he did. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.